All right, guys, we are going to continue multiplying a mixed number times a mixed number. There's a couple ways to do this. One way is the partial product strategy, and you are more than welcome to do this. I'm not really going to go over this one because it's pretty lengthy, and I think most of you do the second way. If you do the partial product strategy, that's great. You're more than welcome to do that. I will talk about it just a tad, but I'm not going to do most of. I'm going to do most of these the second way. So Tay shoveled 4 3/5 wheelbarrow of soil. Rosa shoveled 2 1/3 times as much as Tay. And before I forget, we are on page 110. Page 110. And I'm going to write on my notebook paper. So you can. So I'll have just a fresh paper. All right. So it says Tay shoveled 4 3/5 wheelbarrow of soil. Rosa shoveled 2 1/3 times as much means multiply, soil as Tay. So the equation 4 3/5 times 2 1/3 equals M can be used to represent the problem. You can break apart 2 1/3 and 4 3/5 into a partial product strategy. And once you do all of this, you can find your least common multiple, find your equivalent fraction to get the answer. Or you can convert these two fractions into an improper fraction. And we're going to do that strategy. And you're going to do this in your paper on your book, and you can do it like right here. It's fine. Okay. So 4 3/5. 4 times 5 is 20. And 20 plus 3 is 23/5 times 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7/3. So now I'm going to multiply my numerators together and then multiply my denominators together. So 23 times 7, 3 times 7 is 21, 14, 15, 16. So my numerator is 161, and 5 times 3 is 15. So I can leave my answer as this improper fraction, or I can convert it into a mixed number. So this numerator is going to be my dividend, 161. This denominator is going to be my divisor, 15. How many 15s are in 1? 0. How many 15s are in 16? 1. 15 times 1 is 15. I'm going to subtract. 16 minus 15 is 1. Bring down my 1, and I have 11. How many How many 15s are in 11? That would be 0. So 15 times 0 is 0. 11 minus 0 is 11. So this is my whole number, 10. This is what's left over, which is my numerator, 11. And this is what we're dividing by, 15. So 10 and 11/15 is the same as 161 over 15. So that's how you multiply a mixed number times a mixed number. All right, so let's do the bottom one. It says Ava is, I'm sorry, my computer is a little laggy. It says Ava is 4.5 years old. Her brother Ethan is 2 1/3 times as old. How old is Ethan? I'm going to also work this out on my paper. You work it down here. Okay. So we have 4.5 times 2 1/3. Okay. So we're going to convert 4.5 to an improper fraction. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9 over 2, so 9 halves. Times 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7/3. So I'm going to multiply 9 times 7, which is 63. And 2 times 3 is 6. So I can either leave it like this, or I can convert it back into a mixed number by dividing. 63 is my dividend. That's what we're dividing. 6 is what we're dividing by, my divisor. So how many 6s are in the number 6? That would be 1. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. And then I bring down my 3. How many 6s are in 3? That would be 0. 6 times 0 is 0. And 3 minus 0 is 3. So this is my whole number, 10. This is my numerator, 3. And this is my denominator, 6. So 10 and 3, 6. And let me look at the units here. So Ava is 4.5 years older. Her brother Ethan's 2 1/3 times as old. How old is Ethan? So he's 10. So it says 10 and 3, 6. So how old would he be? He would be 10.5 years old. All right, so make sure you have that down. All right, let's go over to the next page. All right, number 1 is 2 3/5. So 2 3/5 times 1 1/3. So what we're going to do is we're going to convert 2 3/5 into an improper fraction. So 2 times 5 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13/5. 1 times 3 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. So 4/3. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply my numerators together. 13 times 4. So 13 times 4, 3 times 4 is 12. 1 times 4 is 4, plus 1 is 5, so that's 52. And 5 times 3 is 15. You can leave it like this, or you can convert it back into a mixed number. So 52, now remember the fraction line means divide. So 52 divided by 15. How many 15s are in 52? That would be 3. Let's try 3. That would be 45. So we're going to subtract. 5 becomes 4. This becomes 12. 12 minus 5 is 7. So my answer can also be 3 7/15. So that's number 1. Number 2 is 1 3/4. So 1 3/4 times 3 1/3. So what you can do is you can convert these into an improper fraction. So 1 times 4 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7/4 times 3 times 3 is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10/3. And then I just multiply straight across. 7 times 10. 7 times 10 is 70. And 4 times 3 is 12. And then I can leave it like that, or I can divide it. 70 divided by 12. All right, so think about what times 12 would be close to 70. Probably 12 times 5, which is 60. So 70 minus 60 is 10. This is my whole number, 5. That's how many wholes I have. The 10 is my numerator, and my 12 is my denominator. So 5 and 10 12s, or 70 12s. All right, number 3, we have 2 2/4 times 3 1/2. So 2 2/4 times 3 1/2. 2 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10 fourths, times 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7 over 2. All right. So 10 times 7 is 70. 4 times 2 is 8. So I can leave it like this, or I can simply divide 70 by 8. How many 8s are in 70? Well, I know 8 times 9 is 72, so I'm going to have to use 8 times 8 is 64. So 70 minus 64 would be 6. So 8 and 6 eighths. So 8 and 6 eighths or 70 eighths. I'm going to do one more example with you and let you finish up the rest. Let me find my piece of paper here. Okay. So 1 and 1/3, number 4. 1 and 1/3 times 4 and 2/3. I'm going to find my improper fraction. 1 times 3 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4/3 times 4 times 3 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14/3. So now I have to calculate what 4 times 14 is. So 14 times 4, that would be 16. That would be 56. And 3 times 3 is 9. And then I can leave it like that, or I can do a mixed number. And our fraction line means divide. So 56 divided by 9. 9 times 6 is 54. 56 minus 54 is 2. So I have 6 and 2 ninths. So 6 and 2 ninths is the same as 56 ninths. All right, I'll do one more with you, number 5. All right, 3 and 3/4 times 2 1/2. So 3 times 4 is 12. 12 plus 3 is 15 fourths times 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5 halves. So 15 times 5. So let's calculate 15 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. That would be 75. 75 and 4 times 2 is 8. So 75 divided by 8. How many 8s are in 75? Well, I know there's 9 wholes, so that's going to be my whole number. 8 times 9 is 72. 75 minus 72 is 3. So I have 3 as my numerator, and I'm dividing by 8. So 9 and 3/8. All right, so I'm going to let you finish up 6, 7, and 8. Number 9 and 10, and it's the same process. Nothing different. It's the same process. All right, and then let's turn the page to page 112. I'll go ahead and do number 11 with you. Benson bought this much dog food last week, so it looks like he bought 3.5 pounds. So 3.5 pounds. This week he bought 2 1/3 times as much. How many pounds of dog food did Benson buy this week? So 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7 halves. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7/3. 7 times 7 is 49. 2 times 3 is 6. That's my improper fraction. I can divide 49 divided by 6 because this fraction line means to divide. 6 times 8 is 48. 49 minus 48 is 1. So this is my whole number, 8. This is what's left over. That's my numerator, 1. And my denominator is 6 pounds. Okay, so you do 12 and 13 on your own. If you have any questions, just let me know. And that should do it for the lesson. Thank you.